Our coffee breaks with researchers aim to spread knowledge about regional development and innovation. By sending a camera around the world, we present you with different angles and insights on the topic. We ask researchers directly and in a personal manner about their work. We want to make scientific knowledge accessible to all. Hi, welcome to Coffee Break with Researchers. Today, I'm at the Regional Innovation Policies Conference in Florence, and I'm having a coffee break with Arne Isaksen. He's a professor of economic geography at the University of Agder in Norway. Arne, thank you very much for accepting this invitation to have a coffee break with me. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, very well.
We're both having Colombian coffee today. How do you like it?
It's very good. I liked it very much.
Great, happy to know. I would like to talk with you about a paper you wrote in which you analyze how industrial development is implemented in thin regions. Could you please tell me what the paper was about?
The paper is about how firms and industries in thin regions often have problems with doing more than path extension. So path extension is that firms have incremental innovations to do what they can even better. So thin regions have few industrial clusters, maybe non-industrial clusters, few or non-universities. They are dominated by incremental innovations and experience-based skills. So they have problems of doing more than doing what they do or even better.
I understand that the key notion or a key notion of your paper is path extension. You just define it shortly, but could you please elaborate more on how you understand path extension?
Yeah, path is about that history matters. So path extension is to strengthen the already strong industries and ways of working and technologies in a region. So it's being better at what you can, which is good, but it can lead to lock-in and then closure of large industries in the end.
Thank you for clarifying that. And could you please tell me which ones were the main findings of your research?
The main findings is that based on both theoretical reasoning and a case study of a peripheral region in Norway, that firms in thin regions have drawbacks when it comes to doing more than path extension. The case I used was a region where the industrial development more or less started by external investment that led to hydroelectric power stations and the location of two big smelteries, which then led to suppliers and a new industrial development. So based on the fact that the firms are located in thin regions, they have to build up more expertise inside the firms because they couldn't find expertise and knowledge sources just outside their office or factory doors, and they have to link up to international and national experts when doing business and innovation activity.
I am also interested in knowing what was your main motivation to do this paper?
The motivation was based on a kind of frustration, because much of the theorizing and also empirical examples in this field of research was based on what's happening in big core regions, which are more thicker regions, where there are a lot of firms in different industries, a lot of research going on. So then firms can combine knowledge in much other ways than they can in thin regions. So then much of the industrial development in core regions is based on knowledge already existing in these regions. But I know thin regions both from my research and from the place I live. So there we have to have other explanations for industrial development. Firms has, as I said, to build up more knowledge internally, and they have to build on knowledge that they can find in other places than this region. So it was frustration because much of the existing theories didn't fit these cases in thin regions, so I have to find other explanations and build up other kind of understandings.
Thank you for sharing. And finally, which ones would you say are the main policy implications of your paper?
Two might be simple policy implications. The first is that policies should not only focus on the firm level, which it often does based on this kind of theories. It should also focus on the system level, or build up systems, policies that can help firms in thin regions to be more innovative. And the other is to attract resources from outside the region. This is quite simple policy implications, but it has to be said that policymakers should think outside firms and also outside the region that they are trying to develop, and drag in investments and knowledge and so on.
Great, thank you for clarifying that. And those were all my questions. Thank you once again for having the time to chat with me. And I wish you all the best in future research and hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you are interested in more details about this academic publication, find here the link below. And see you next time. Bye-bye.